Well, the buzzer beaters, the Cinderella stories, and of course, the lovable underdog. It's all part of the phenomenon known as March Madness, but let's be real, the biggest thrill comes from watching the NCAA tournament through the excitement or oftentimes anguish of your bracket. As it turns out, Kentucky, the home of bourbon, basketball, and horses, may have a claim to being the birthplace of the NCAA tournament bracket pool.
He was a true Renaissance man, good at everything he did. He was a good athlete, extremely intelligent.
Lenny Holes, alongside his mother, Debbie Stinson, remembering his father, Bob Stinson. Affectionately known as Bob O. Stinson, a former U.S. Postal Service worker, passed away in 2018. Among the many memories he left behind, a claim to being the creator of the NCAA tournament bracket pool. Debbie says the idea originated from softball tournaments they used to compete in.
He thought, well, I could draw out a bracket for the tournament and everybody just fill in their teams, and it would make it exciting, and then maybe we could put up a little money. And so that's how it was born.
Debbie says her husband used a ruler and paper to sketch out brackets by hand, requiring just a small entry fee. Bob, who traveled the country for his job, brought brackets with him every March.
We just did it for fun, and lo and behold, now it's the thing to do for March Madness.
Every year, since I could remember, being with him and stuff at around tournament time, he would always remind me how rich we would have been if he got 2 cents for every bracket that was filled out. So he always wanted royalties on it, but it was just way too late for that.
Two longtime employees of ours.
And while there always seems to be a Kentucky contender when it comes to March Madness, a bar owner in Staten Island, New York, Terrence Haggerty, claims his father was the true originator of the bracket in 1977.
What I was told a million times, from my father, before he passed, was that, they were just hanging one day, and he was a creative guy, and, he would like to come up with some things to add business.
He says it initially started with just 88 people paying $10 a ticket to guess the Final Four. By its final year in 2006, the winnings were reportedly $1.6 million.
They claim it was Final Four. I know that we had the first 32 and actually drew the brackets out.
And while it may be impossible to determine the true originator of the bracket pool, Holes says his father has as good a claim as anyone.
I don't know. I always like to think that this is basketball. When you think of Kentucky, you think of bourbon and basketball and horses. So its rightful place as the start has to be Louisville, Kentucky.
And you put a little money on it and can win a little money.
That's true, too.
Absolutely. A fun fact, Holes was actually a part owner of the 2023 Derby winning horse, Mage. He dedicated that Derby win to his father, Bob.